Gentlemen, we conclude the press statement. That, ladies and gentlemen, we conclude the press statement.
भारत ने अपने इतिहास का अब तक का सबसे बड़ा फ्री ट्रेड एग्रीमेंट संपन्न किया है.
Prime Minister, distinguished friend, we did it. We delivered the mother of all deals.
India and the European Union have delivered the mother of all deals. The India-EU trade deal talks have now finally concluded with the signing of the agreement. Together, India and the EU account for roughly 25% of global GDP, and the agreement is expected to have far-reaching implications for exports, employment, supply chains, and industrial competitiveness. The European Union is India's second-largest export destination for textiles and apparel after the USA. The FTA responds to contemporary global challenges while enabling deeper market integration between the world's fourth and second largest economies. Though the deal opens access to the USD $263.5 billion textile and apparel import market, there are several other areas where India might not gain an advantage from the free trade agreement. The India-European Union free trade deal opens doors for the European luxury car segment. Current tariffs on imported cars in India are as high as 70 to 110%, making European brands expensive. Under the FTA, these tariffs will be reduced in phases to as low as 10% over time. This makes it difficult for Indian car manufacturers to compete in the domestic market, especially in the luxury car segment.
On paper, the ministry says that there will be no import of dairy products. But there in the fine print, in the New Zealand documentation, is that we'll be exporting milk powder for infants. We'll be importing baby food, which means that you're hitting Amul spray, which is a big profit center of Amul. Are you destroying India's milk industry?
The Carbon Border Adjustment Mechanism, CBAM, is a European Union policy tool designed to impose a carbon price on imports of certain carbon-intensive goods, such as cement, iron and steel, aluminum, and fertilizers. India has not secured any exemption or rollback from the European Union's CBAM, even as the two sides concluded negotiations on a free trade agreement, leaving a major trade cost for carbon-intensive sectors unresolved.
On CBAM, as you are aware, CBAM is a horizontal regulation which is applicable to all partner countries across the globe. Under FTA also, there are certain provisions that we have agreed under CBAM. One, a technical dialogue has been agreed to be set up, which will address the pathway for our industries to access the market in spite of the CBAM regulation being there. We'll be working together to see that the verifiers for CBAM in India are also accredited by the use agencies so that our industry are able to access them. We will also be working together to see and understand the technical processes through which this carbon CBAM measurement will be done.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Europe is no longer a demand-centric region, as the young population in Europe is declining, leaving the older generation dominating the demographic structure.
Why is India chasing EU, which has a declining population and which has a declining income, and all the countries there, almost all the countries there, are in a critical state financially? Is it because of enough of white-skinned people? Why haven't they looked at Indonesia, Malaysia, Vietnam, Thailand. These are countries with growing populations, with growing GDP, with growing per capita income.
Though the India-European Union Free Trade Agreement will be applicable next year, in 2027, there are many questions about both the Indian and European markets that will be answered by the time of implementation.